Yeah, look, both fights are appetizing, you know. Like me and Vergil would be one hell of a cracking fight, but at the same time, an Errol Spence and a Fandora fight is very exciting as well. So I'm open to both. Happy, happy for both.
YouTube, what's going on? Willie P dropping in one time. We're gonna talk some boxing. Yes, we're gonna talk super welterweight. Yes, we done had some big fights in the division, so we have some clarity in the division. I wanna, give my top five guys I feel, in the division. Had Vergil Ortiz fight last week versus Sergey Boychuk. So Terence Crawford versus Israel Matarov had some good fights, at 154, super welterweight. So I want to give my rankings, my top five. Yes, I'll give my top five, and I, get right into it. Get right into it. I got Terence Crawford at number one. Yes, he's still a pound for pound guy. He is Israel Matarov. It was a, close fight, tough fight, but he showed why he's a champion, Terence Crawford. Round 11 and 12, he turned it up. He turned it up a notch, and he closed the deal. Terence Crawford. So I have him coming in at number one. As far as super welterweights, division is hot. I got Tszyu coming in at number two. I know that surprised some people, but to me, his stock never dropped. His stock stayed the same because I know what my eyes saw. First round, he broke Sebastian Fedora nose. He was getting inside. He was going to break him down. He was going to stop Sebastian Fedora. Yes, Tszyu. And he was the guy at 154. Before Crawford moved up and Vergil Ortiz moved up, and before he, lost his belt to Sebastian Fedora, but Sebastian Fedora, he didn't take that fight to me. He just did just enough to win the fight with the guy who couldn't see, Tszyu. But Tszyu was still putting in work. He just couldn't, get his power shots like he wanted to, couldn't get inside like he wanted to once he, had to cut from the elbow. Wasn't an intentional elbow. Tszyu actually ran into him. But yeah, he was going to beat Sebastian Fedora. Tszyu has one loss, 24-1, 17 KOs, Tszyu. So to me, he's undefeated. He was going to stop Sebastian Fedora. He broke his nose in the first round. Sebastian Fedora had a broken nose first round. So Tszyu coming in number two for me. Yes. Coming in number three, Sergey Boychuk. Yes, because he beat Vergil Ortiz. And before this fight, he was 24-1, 23 KOs. Yes, he beat Vergil Ortiz, 2 knockdowns. And then you had some swing rounds, here and there. Vergil Ortiz, one of my favorite fighters. If you follow my content, you know that. Him and Terence Crawford, my favorite guys at 154. I like Tszyu as well. I like a lot of the guys at 154, but as far as my favorite fighters, Terence Crawford, Vergil Ortiz, some of my favorite fighters. But Vergil Ortiz lost that fight. He did. Yes, he fought hard. He, showed heart and everything. When he got knocked down or get hurt, he'll come back even stronger. But that doesn't negate or stop what happened throughout the rounds and things like that. And Sergey Boychuk, he won that fight. So he come in at number three because I feel like, they had that rematch. We'll really see who's the better fighter. But Sergey Boychuk, he showed me he was the better fighter that night. And Vergil Ortiz, he got a lot of improvement to do as far as his defense. I thought his defense was a lot better, but he just gonna come at you, Vergil Ortiz, So Vergil Ortiz got to work on his defense, got to be able to slip some punches, things like that. But he will come in at number 4 for me. Yes, Vergil Ortiz, I got him at number 4. 22-0, they gave him that win. 21 KOs, Vergil Ortiz. Still one of my favorite fighters, violent. He's gonna come to fight. He's gonna bring the fight. Exciting fighter, Vergil Ortiz, and he's a exciting fighter. Like I said, he's gonna bring the fight. You're gonna be on the edge of your seat the entire fight because he's not gonna stop Vergil Ortiz. He's not. He's gonna come forward. He's a come forward fighter. And coming in at number 5, Israel Matarov. Yes, he gave Terence Crawford a tough fight, and before that, he had a strong amateur pedigree. He was 10-0, 7 KOs, but very athletic. Israel Matarov gave Terence Crawford one of his, toughest fights up to date, if we want to be real. And we'd love to see him, back in the ring, get him back active again. No, he won't have a rematch with Terence Crawford, so Israel Matarov, we need to see him back in the ring. Wouldn't mind to see him against, any of the guys in the, top 5. that I mentioned, Sergey Boychuk and Vergil Ortiz. Seems like they may have a rematch, but Tszyu, Israel Manarov wouldn't be a bad fight. That wouldn't be a bad fight. But yeah. So we'll see how it play out. Got Jermell Charlo. Just look, a year or two ago, he was the king of the division. Now, not even mentioning him in the top 5. It's crazy how things change. Things change like this. But yeah, this is my top 5. Top 5 for the super welterweight. It's hot. It's hot in the division. It's hot. And now we have a little more clarity in the division. So we're gonna talk some boxing. My top 5 guys in the division. Comment, like, subscribe. That's where you can help us share the video. If you're entertained, hit that cash app, baby. I love it. That's what I do. Talk some boxing. Knock another one out. Bah, bah, bah. Let's get it.